Hi friends, I have the best news to share with you if you are someone who has been wanting to go on a Disney cruise, but you weren't sure how you were going to navigate the cruise excursions with your family members with food allergies. So here it is. I have been working with special services over the last month or two and discussing with them the possibility of bringing on board my HeatsBox Go for my son to use when we are on cruise excursions. And as of this week, I got approval. I'm so excited about what this means for my family, as well as what it could mean for yours. Those of you that may not know, Disney Cruise Line is one of the most friendly places on earth for people with food allergies. They are able to accommodate almost anybody and make safe food that is amazing throughout your cruise. Now, we haven't been yet. We are booked for our first family cruise this coming summer, and we could not be more excited. If you have looked into cruises before, you know that Disney is amazing with food allergies, but when it comes to your cruise excursions, there can be a problem. In many ports of call, especially in the Caribbean from my research and probably many other places, there are severe restrictions about what you can bring off the ship. No fresh food is allowed. So in most cases, you have to bring a pre-packaged, shelf-stable food off board the ship. It is not a Disney Cruise Line thing. It is an international law regulation. And so for many of our family members, they may have to eat prior to the HeatsBox Go, just granola bars or beef jerky throughout the cruise excursions, when many of us, like myself, who doesn't have any food allergies, we could eat an amazing meal provided in the port of call by locals, which is one of my favorite things, honestly. And so I've been researching a better way for my kiddo to be able to experience other locations without feeling left out and to have to just eat granola bars. So I'm going to tell you everything I know about HeatsBox Go in terms of the steps I went through to get a technology exemption to have it on board the Disney cruise. So the first step I did when our cruise was fully booked was that I called special services and made sure all of our allergies were listed per person in our itinerary, so in our booking information. So the cruise was fully aware that we had significant food allergies we were dealing with. The second step that I went through is that I called special services again and discussed my desire for a technology exemption to bring this exact product, the HeatsBox Go, on board the ship. There are other devices that are similar, but I have not discussed any of them with a cruise line and not with Disney cruises. So I discussed it with them, and they had a whole list of things that I had to do to get the exemption. I had to send in all sorts of information about it. I don't know if they're going to require others to do all of those steps anymore or not, since they've looked into this product for me. I believe I'm the first person to ask them about it. And so they responded that I am able to bring the HeatsBox Go on board my personal Disney cruise with my family this coming summer. There are a few stipulations, is that I'm supposed to be in the cabin with it when I'm charging it, and I'm supposed to bring it as a carry-on item, and it's supposed to be disclosed along with my other technology like my cell phone and my laptop if I choose to bring one. But it is fully ULNCE certified for safety both in Europe and in North America. So that is huge to it being approved. Now, the other thing I need to tell you is that this is information I'm telling you from my own personal experience. I cannot guarantee that you will get a technology exemption, but I wanted to let you know that this was a letter and email that I personally got, and as well as that this was for a Disney cruise specifically. I don't have any information about other cruise lines. But if you do reach out to a different cruise line that you're going to be taking, would you please write a comment down below and let us know if you get a technology exemption for your cruise, because that would be awesome. The other important thing to note is that Disney Cruise Line told me that they were able to give me permission to bring HeatsBox Go on board the ship. However, they cannot guarantee that it is allowed in every port of call their ship goes to. So the person at Special Services recommended that I contact every port of call to make sure that it is allowed through their port. Now, so far I've contacted all 3 port destinations that we're planning on going to. I didn't feel the need to contact Castaway Cay because my kiddo will be provided there fine. And I've heard back from 1 of our 3 ports of call so far. So I don't have information about all of those locations. I can tell you, Grand Cayman said there is no problem whatsoever. So Super excited, but make sure you do your own research to make sure your HeatsBox Go is not confiscated. I've spent the last few days doing some research in my local grocery stores to find shelf-stable options for food for my kiddo and maybe your family members as well while they're off a cruise ship. So here's a look through some of the items I found in my grocery store, as well as some that I went ahead and bought because I know they're my kiddo's favorite, and a few products I wanted to test out for you all. So here you go. Here's my meal plan ideas, and a few that I know are gonna work for my kiddo, and a few other options that I think could work for you too. We make a taco casserole at our house with refried beans, meat, and taco sauce. And so I found that you could get one of these shelf-stable rices, refried beans. Look at these ones from my Kroger. They have all the spices listed, which I love, love, love. And they are safe for most people. And then you could add rice in the bottom of the HeatsBox Go, refried beans to help them be moist, taco seasoning, and prepackaged chicken. And you can make an awesome burrito filling if you want to bring tortillas or even corn chips or things like that. And you could make an amazing Mexican-inspired lunch on the go. Also, if you have some of these like noodle box kits that you have, these should reheat well. And also you could add in your safe chicken or protein of choice. If you wanted to do rice, my Aldi has these flavored tuna packs that could be delicious. I haven't tasted them yet, okay? So I just wanted to show everybody before I destroyed all the packaging. These ones have most of their flavorings listed on them, which I love. This one is, I think, really exciting because it's sweet and spicy. Imagine you could put that on rice and not need to add any flavorings. So here are the ingredients on this one. Also, you could just reheat rice. I have reheated just these little packets of rice before. I break them up and put them in my HeatsBox Go with a little bit of extra water just because it's not microwave, so it doesn't reheat quite the same. And you could use any of the safe sauces from your favorite takeout place to bring along to add flavor. Also, these ready pastas from Barilla are awesome because they're already pre-cooked. So you can just dump them in your HeatsBox Go with your favorite sauce. So when I was at my local store lately, I found all sorts of different sauce options that might work. The smallest jars, honestly, were pizza sauces, but there were some other neat options like bruschetta and other things. So one of my kiddo's absolute favorites is Campbell's tomato soup, and he just likes it with plain old Ritz crackers, to be honest, guys. So this is a very easy option because these microwavable ones are already mixed with water. This one has just wheat as a top allergen. Oh, let me find the ingredients for you. There we go. But I will say this was $2 for the microwavable cup, and this was like $1.50. So obviously you need to add water to this one, but with the pop top, you can just bring a bottle of water, put all of this soup in your HeatsBox Go, pour some water and stir it up, and it's cheaper, way cheaper than this guy, and you'll get a lot more soup for your money. This is lovely, this chicken and wild rice soup. Here are the ingredient lists. You know, I'm just trying to find all sorts of different options that might work for you and your family. As we get closer to the time of our cruise, I'm going to experiment with my kiddo and finding his favorite combinations. This is one of my ideas that I know is going to work for him and his allergies because he can have egg. We buy these Hellmann's packets on Amazon. I used to have a store that had them in stock, and they're great. But he personally loves tuna salad, so I can just pop open this little packet, add in the mayo, and then he can eat it on these fresh stacks. So here were some amazing ideas. I also found one item I didn't show right off the bat, but if you're able to have cheese, what an awesome thing to add to your Mexican fiesta that you also could reheat in your HeatsBox Go. So these are just a few of the ideas that I found. If you have other awesome ideas of shelf-stable foods that you could have on a cruise excursion to heat up in the HeatsBox Go, leave me a comment down below of your favorite items. I am so very excited about the opportunity for my kiddo to eat warm food off board a cruise ship. HeatsBox Go really does allow us to eat warm food just about anywhere. And if you want to learn more about HeatsBox Go and whether or not it's the right product for you, check out my full, very detailed review on it on my channel, as well as if you're going to go ahead and purchase one, use my code ERIN10 to get 10% off your purchase. know you too can have your happily ever after, even with your food allergies. Thanks so much for watching and have safe travels. Bye!